defense minister says all options are on the table when it comes to Iran. Rebecca Heinrich joins me now, security expert. Rebecca, will the Israelis attack Iranian nuclear facilities? And if they do, what would be the repercussions?
Well, Stuart, if they're going to do it, now is the time to do it. They have momentum on their side. There's basically what I consider 3 levels of attack. They can just basically attack the facilities that were related to this latest attack from Iran against Israel. That would be symbolic. And then you have an attack where they go after the oil fields, go after oil exports. And then you have the nuclear facilities they could attack. If they're going to do the second one, though, they might as well go for the third one. If Iran has been so bold and so willing to take on risk to attack Israel not once but twice with ballistic missiles, I don't understand how anybody can say at this point that Israel does not have the right and the strategic imperative to go after those nuclear facilities.
President Biden is urging restraint. Israel apparently is not listening to President Biden. Would they listen to a Harris if she was elected president?
I don't think that they would. I see both of them the same. She's the incumbent. She doesn't really have a much stronger presence or influence relative to President Biden. And Israel's going to do what it needs to defend itself. And as J.D. Vance just said, basically the Biden administration has tried to go both ways, tried to say they support Israel, but then they restrain Israel. Of course, they do that to the Ukrainians as well, say they support them and then restrain them. I would note, though, too, there's other countries that would be very grateful to the Israelis if they were to take out this nuclear facility. They won't say it publicly because of their populations, but the Gulf states, the Saudis, the Emiratis, the Jordanians, the Egyptians, all of those countries would be relieved to know that the Israelis have finally taken out what is a threat to the entire region, which is the potential of the Iranians having a nuclear capability.
What is the role of Saudi Arabia in this? We really haven't heard much at all.
No, they're really caught between a rock and a hard place. They've got a population, obviously, that's going to be sympathetic to the Palestinians, but you've got the Saudis and their current leadership wants to have a much more stable region. They still understand that the Iranians are the primary source of instability and terrorism throughout the Middle East, and so the Saudis have been a good partner to the United States, especially on energy. And really, the Biden administration came in and undid the good working relationship that the Trump administration had with the Saudis. We really need to get back to that. Work with the Gulf partners that want to help us squeeze the Iranians, bankrupt the Iranian regime, and enable the Israelis to defend themselves. One last point. You really got to make a difference between the Iran regime and the Iranian people. The Iranian people are the ones that have suffered the most from the totalitarianism of the Iran regime.
Got it. Rebecca Heinrich, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again real soon, I do hope.
All right, Shalom. We're the brothers of Great Millstone in Des Moines. First and foremost, we'd like to give all praises, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, the honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutation to you, Akim, pushing this word with true sincerity, with charity, presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice. We who are ready to live salute you. So, all right, we just want to go into this lesson, and as you can see, it's on and popping, man. All right, and there's nothing that anybody is going to be able to do to stop this escalation. Why? Because the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushai is not going to go back void, man. All right? You're not going to be able to put this cat back in the bag, so to speak, man. All right? Because Yahweh Shem Yahushai, as the scripture says, I shall begin to undo all them that afflict thee. So this is the process of Yahweh Shem Yahushai undoing our enemies, man. Okay? And they just mentioned all these Arab nations, man, that are basically, because this guy, Benjamin Nada, JOO, he's basically done something nobody's ever been able to do, which is to unite all the Arab world, okay? But you can get that scripture.
This is 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape.
Right. So, hey, peace is not what Yahweh Shem Yahushai has prescribed. As the scripture says, there's no peace unto the wicked, man. All right. That wicked being Esau, Edom, man. All right. And the Lord is exposing this devil. All right. And all roads are leading to the valley of Jehoshaphat, man. Matter of fact, you can get that. Grab me Joel 2:20, man. Because also hey, this war is gonna go. It's going hot right now. We're watching what it looks like for a war to go hot right now in real time. Okay, but you go ahead, bring that out.
It's Joel 2:20. But I will remove far off from you the northern army, and will drive them into a land barren and desolate, with his face toward the east sea, and his hinder part toward the utmost sea, and his stink shall come up, and his ill savor shall come up, because he hath done great things.
Yeah, so hey, man, all roads lead to the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which is the Middle East, man, where he's going to sit to judge all these nations. You can hold that too, all right? But like I said, all these other nations, why? Because they're emboldened even more because what? You have Russia, which is being a guard unto all these nations. You saw that when they tried to go, when America in the small hats tried to go into Syria, man.
So like I ain't catch what you told me to hold.
I will sit to judge. There will I sit to judge. This in Joel. There will I sit to judge all nations.
All right, here I got it.
Yeah. But let him bring that out. You still got that? What I was asking? Yeah.
This is 2nd Ezra 15, and this is verse 28. It says, "Behold, in horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth."
Right, man. And the scriptures talk about how the king of Babylon had heard the report and his hands waxed feeble, man. All right. That king of Babylon being basically the small hats, man. They're the modern day Chaldeans. They're the ones who are ruling Babylon the Great right now, man. And basically are the hammer of the whole earth, man. All right. So what is the Lord doing? It says they have raised from their thrones all the kings. It stirreth up the dead for thee. Yeah, grab that real quick. You know, that dead being, well, you go ahead and grab it, you know.
This is, I believe it's in Revelations. So like, I'm blue letter, you got to be exact. No, that's Isaiah 14.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah 14 and 9. Hell from beneath is moved for thee to meet thee at thy coming. It stirred up the dead for thee, even all the chief ones of the earth.
Right, it stirred up the dead. And why were these nations considered dead? Because they didn't have no power, man. All right, but now what the Lord's saying, let the weak say that I'm strong, man. All right, now they have nuclear capabilities, man. All right, now they have more technology. There are what it says, beat your plowshares into swords. That's what they're doing, man. Meaning they're putting their money into war now. All right. See what you people are about to realize. These people in this world is war is the only reality, man. All right. You've been living in a dream world, and war is is at your door, man. You know, so there is no peace and safety coming, man. All right. But
Finish.
oh yeah. You keep reading, but I do want to go back to that dragon. Yeah. Matter of fact, let's finish that 2nd Ezra, then we can go back to that.
Finish the second.
I got it. 2nd Ezra 15 and verse 29. Again, it says, "Where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble."
Right.
Also the Carmanians.
Right, which is the Iranians, man, the Persians, man. All right. And they're pissed off, man. You know, because basically a lot of their senior officials have been assassinated, man. All right. And these small hats, they've been doing terroristic acts right in front of the whole world, man. They basically just had a whole bunch of their pages blow up over there in I believe Beirut, man, which is a terrorist act, man. You know, so these guys are just totally getting away with everything. But hey, the Lord is raising up from their thrones all the kings of the nations, man. Like the brother just read in that Isaiah the 14th chapter, man.
I got a precept for you.
Go ahead.
This is Jeremiah 49 and verse 20. It says, "Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh by Hashem Yahushai. that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. All right, and that least of the flock being those Amalekites, all right, those bastards that's in our land today, proclaiming to be us. All right, then with those terroristic acts, all right, is going to draw out Edom, all right, America, okay, into World War III.
Yeah, it's going to draw all these other nations out to basically shoot missiles on this place, man. All right. Because what it says, it talks about the archers, and I believe Isaiah the 50, or was that Jeremiah? Either Jeremiah, but it says call together the archers against Babylon, man. So all these nations, you don't got to grab it, but all these nations, they're gathering for that, man. This is the war to end all wars, man. And we're watching it come together, you know. All right, we're watching it come together, man. All right. Hey, can you give me the what says I shall put hooks in our jaws? All right. Because what really spearheaded all these nations to say that they're strong now was Russia, man. All right, being that guard unto all these nations, man. Go ahead.
It's verse 4. You may start the top.
Yep. Go ahead.
It's Ezekiel 38:1. And the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against God, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and prophesy against him, and say, Thus saith Yahweh, Behold, I am against thee, O Gog, and the chief prince of Meshech and Tubal, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth, and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields.
Right, and how did the Lord put hooks in their jaws, man? By not letting them strike any substantial deals with America that could have brokered peace. All right, because hey, you even have Vladimir Putin said, hey, we would. He said I would have joined the UN, man, but they wasn't fucking with me, man. You know, and why was that? Because the Lord, he put that on the spirit, because the American Edomite and the small hats, what it says, his look was more stout than his fellows. All right, this is a proud Edomite over here in the Americas, man. All right, especially Amalek, you know. So they're not hearing it. They weren't hearing anything that Putin was trying to say. All right. So what did the Lord do? He put hooks in his jaws, which means he turned them away from peace, man. But you keep reading.
It says, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them.
Right, and if you've been in the news, you've been seeing Russia strike deals with these African nations, man. All right, with these Moabites, okay. All right, you have what is called the BRICS. All right, and everybody wants to be a part of it. All right, they're coming under the umbrella of Russia. All right, okay, which is the modern day king of the Medes, man. And what does the scripture says? He said, can you hold that? It says he shall not regard silver. Yeah, but you keep reading.
It says, verse 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Torgama of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee.
Yeah. So pretty much, man, all these nations are gonna shoot missiles on Babylon the Great and the small hats. All right, because eventually, as the scripture says in Revelations, the beast shall hate the whore, man. All right, the EU is done. All right, the UN has been done. All right, on paper they're allies, but when it comes down to going to war, these nations have no incentive to deal with America at all, man. They have nothing. Because the only thing that kept these nations in line was that petrodollar, and that petrodollar is pretty much done, man. You know, but Is that it on that? Well, I think there's some more. Yeah, that's it, right?
I
Yeah,
passed
but that was the point. That was the point. So all these nations are gathering up, have been gathering behind Russia, man. All right, but you can grab that.
Isaiah 13. Okay.
Yeah.
Isaiah 13 in verse 17, it says, "Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it."
Right. So, hey, man, the position that Yahweh Bashmi Al-Shai has put Babylon the Great in is they can't buy their way out of this, man. All right. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing that you're going to be able to give these people. All right. They're going to want blood at this point, man. But you go ahead.
It says, "Their bows shall dash the young men to pieces.
Yeah.
And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah."
Meaning it's going to be burned, man. All right. It's going to be, as the scripture says, I shall make thee a burnt mountain, man. All right. This place is going to be a den of dragons, like the scripture says, man. It's going to be, like it says in the, what was that movie, Planet of the Apes? The Forbidden Zone. All right. The Lord said, "I will stretch upon it the lines of confusion and the stones of emptiness," man. You're not going to even know where none of these places were, man, where Chicago, New York was. The Lord's going to rearrange this bitch's face, man. All right, you keep going. Right, the Lord's going to rearrange this bitch's face, man. Hey, because, what it says, the eyes of the Lord upon the sinful kingdom, that was talking about us in the past, but now that applies to Esau Edom, man. All right, and he said, "I shall destroy it from off the face of the earth," man. But you got it.
Verses Isaiah 13 verse 20. "It shall never be inhabited,
Ooh.
neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation.
Yeah.
Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there."
Right. Neither shall a dusty ass Ishmaelite pull up selling you camel meat, man. All right, man. All right.
Scoop.
Right. Hey, neither is Moab gonna be chopping up cats in the back, giving you that gook scoop, man. All right. This whole show is over. That's why it says in the book of Revelations they shall be weeping and wailing afar off, man. Matter of fact, can you grab that? Or we could just, unless y'all got something else, we could just end on that point, just something real quick, man. In the spirit, man. But you got it.
This is Revelations 18 and 15. And the Apostle Tahar likes to call this all the time, the ending credits for Babylon.
It is, bro.
This is the end of Babylon right here. But this is Revelations 18 and 15. It says, "The merchants of these things which were made..."
Well, I think you...
I'll just start right here. This is Revelations 18 and 15. It says, "The merchants of these things which were made rich by her," that her speaking of Babylon the Great, "shall stand afar off for the fear of her torment, weeping and wailing, saying, Alas, alas, that great city that was clothed in fine linen, and purple and scarlet, and decked with gold and precious stones and pearls. For in 1 hour so great riches is come to naught, and every shipmaster and all the company in ships and sailors, and as many as trade by sea stood afar off, and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, What city is like unto this great city?"
Okay, you got it.
You said that's what the merchants is gonna say, speaking of these different nations that was making money off of Babylon the Great. This is the end of Babylon. This place is going to be turned into the biggest desert on earth. Was it 5,000 square miles? This place is going to be turned into a desert, and as we was going into, ain't gonna be nothing here but desert creatures. No man's gonna dwell here anymore. And this place is gonna be a monument.
Yeah, they say Rome wasn't built in a day, but shit, this motherfucker finna get destroyed in 1 hour, man.
1 hour.
You got something? Yeah. you know, this is something we wanted to do, you know, just touching on current events, man. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to, you know, stay in the spirit, you know, because, hey, man, we have to watch, as the Lord said, man. It says, if you will not watch, I'm going to come upon you as a thief, man. All right? So, hey, that's what we're doing through the spirit, and, you know, throughout the Yahweh Shai for giving us the spirit to do so. All right, so hey, we would like to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone. Salutation to you, Aki, pushing this word with true sincerity, with charity, presenting your bodies as a living sacrifice. We who are ready to live, salute you. Shalom, Kwam Yasharala, and the Baba Ball.